The phaser is controlled by engine oil. Let's take a look at this solenoid here. This is the engine oil control solenoid. And what it has is a solenoid or a long wire wrapped around an iron core in order to create a large magnetic field, large enough to move a spool valve against a spring. Now when the spool valve moves, it allows engine oil under engine oil pressure to flow to either side of the phaser itself. When we look down here, this is the phaser, and this is where the oil goes into the camshaft and then to the phaser itself. And at that phaser is where the engine oil is going to be on one side of those vanes in order to retard or advance the camshaft. It can also put the same amount of oil pressure on either side of the vanes, and that's going to have a holding position, meaning the computer moves it where it wants it and then it holds it there. So when we look at the actual parts against the drawing, we're going to have the camshaft, which is what we're going to affect, and we're going to do that with a phaser, and we're going to do that with engine oil controlled by a solenoid. Now the engine oil is what's controlling the solenoid and giving us enough pressure to rotate the cam positive or negative. Let's move this photo to the top left here so we can see what we're doing. Right here we can see that oil pressure must be greater on this side than it's the other side because it's retarding the camshaft. Over here on the right, just the opposite, we're advancing the camshaft. Remember, the computer moves the camshaft where it wants it, and then it places the same amount of pressure on both sides of the vane in order to hold the camshaft in position. And it doesn't hold it at rock steady. It actually dithers back and forth slightly. Up here we can see the holes in the camshaft where the oil is picked up in the bearing groove there and then transferred to the phaser.